Hey everyone, it's John. We have a real treat today. We have two of the most important members of Team Active Self-Protection. We have our XO, Stephanie, our Director of Marketing, Sales, and Sponsors, Neil. And we're out here at C2 Tactical in Scottsdale. We're going to talk about the difference between thumbs together and thumbs forward in recoil control so we can get a feel, and it's not just me talking, it's them helping us as well, to see how we use that support hand to help us control recoil. If you're frustrated with your shooting and your shooting performance, you need the Mantis X to help you to get to the next level of skills. It's definitely helped me. Okay, so what we're gonna work on today, and I wanna tell you, Neil and Stephanie are both really, really good shooters. They've both been doing a lot of coaching, a lot of training. You got, what, 150 hours in gun school this year?
In that ballpark, yep.
150 hours. You're at 120. 120 hours in firearms school. That puts you guys so far above most people. And but we always got to work on our recoil control, right? So let's talk about this idea. Some folks really like thumbs together like this. And so, I, on the other hand, am a fan of thumbs forward, and I want to show you why. Now, you do have to have some hand strength here. This is somewhat a hand size issue and a hand strength issue. If you just can't do one, gosh, you got to kind of do one that works for you. Because if you look, like Neil's hand, you know, he's got big mitts like I do. If you got longer fingers than I do, you have big hands, okay? Stephanie, on the other hand, not so much, okay? So we have significantly smaller hands. I wear a size XL glove. You know what they say about a man with big hands, right? He wears big gloves, right? Yeah, amen. So I can do some things that people with real small hands can't, and sometimes your hands get so big that it won't work for you either, right? But let's talk about this real quick. I'm going to point down range and we'll start talking about this. All right, so before we get going there, Steph, would you tell me what you see in that firearm there?
It's clear.
Okay. So I have a clear firearm. Little side note, it's one of the things that I do. I don't say anymore, will you confirm this gun is clear? Because that biases her to say, yes, it is already. It's telling her what it is. When I say, can you tell me what the condition of this gun is? Now she has to tell me what condition it's in, clear or not clear. That's just a teaching thing. Okay, so I'm going to have you come over on this side of me so you can see, okay? So difference in thumb position, right? So I honestly don't really care about thumbs too much. But what we really want to do is fill this space in the gun, right? That's really what we're after here, because if we don't, the gun will push to the direction that we haven't supported it. That's just what's going to happen. So we want to get as much of our hand in here as we can. That's really what we're after. And if I can get some of my support hand kind of on the back of the gun, so much the better, right? I really want as much of my hand around there as I can. Now, thumbs high means I keep, or thumbs together means I keep those thumbs together, and that's really where my priority is, okay? So I'm keeping those two thumbs together. Instead, if I go thumbs forward, what that means is that I'm pushing this part forward. So instead of putting the kind of the meat of my thumb here, what I'm doing is I'm putting this portion of my hand here and putting the meat of my thumb up along here. So the difference you see, if I'm putting the meat of my thumb here, I get thumbs together. If I put the meat of my thumb forward over here, then I get what they call thumbs forward, okay? It's really not about the thumbs. It's really about where I'm putting my hand on this side of the gun. Then I'm going to wrap my fingers around and go from there. Now, I find, me personally, if I put the thumb meat here, then what that does, if I go look underneath, is it tends to put this pinky finger lower on the gun, and I have a harder time getting my pinky up on the gun. So if I'm together like this pinky tends to get there. When I roll this thumb forward, what happens, you notice my pinky finger gets into the gun a little bit more. I find for me, that makes the recoil control a lot better. But I want to show you that, and I want to have Neil and Steph kind of get some rounds as well and see how they feel about them. Okay, so let's demonstrate. I don't really care about the target. I'm not really after that. I'm just trying to see how the gun moves and manages. And that's really what we can see here, right? So, okay, we're hot. Everybody's got eyes and ears. We're good on that. Eyes and ears. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to start here with that. And again, I don't want you to watch the target. Target's irrelevant. Really what's going on here is watch the gun and what the gun's doing, okay? So again, this is kind of hard for me to do thumbs together because I don't do this very much anymore. But if I do that and I get as firm a grip as I can on the gun, I can still get a pretty decent grip on the gun. Gun's going to move in that direction. Now, so that's how you can see how that moves. And that's me gripping the gun about as hard as I can. Now, if I move instead and do the thumbs forward grip and press that instead and really get after it, so you see the difference there? You can see that the muzzle's not rising. Now, let's see if we can do this today. I'm not positive that we can, but I want you to see how my red dot functions when we do that. So, thumbs together. You can see thumbs together. Let's get that dot. And again, I'm going to grip it as hard as I can, and I just want you to see. That's what that looks like. Now, if I go thumbs forward, see if I can get that dot again, and get that same grip pressure. See the difference in the dot not leaving the window? All right, so the two of you, I want you to take that thumbs together position. So that means I keep there. See, it's so hard to do, right, when you're used to thumbs forward. So put your thumbs together. Try to put, what you're really trying to do is, again, get the meat of your hand back there together and push that, yep, right there. Now, you're just going to get up on the berm, see your side, see your dot, whatever, and just feel your recoil control and what that does for you as far as the gun moving. Okay, you got a good feel for that? Yep. All right, so now I want you to move to where this part of your hand here, this whole side is filling that spot instead of the drumstick there. And do the same thing. Drive it out there, see what you feel in terms of the movement of the gun. Finger, there you go. Go ahead. All right, so Stephanie, what are you feeling there?
I could feel a huge difference. I could keep track of the sight a lot better, but I could shoot faster. I could find that sight faster.
Okay, so you're feeling a big difference in recoil.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Neil, what do you got?
Big difference in the recoil.
A
lot more control.
Okay, so a whole lot more control. I'll tell you what, let's do something and let's get a little bit of objective data here too. Okay, so here's what we're doing is that we've connected the Mantis. Now here's how we're going to figure this one out, Neil, okay? You have to be willing not to cheat, right? And I'm sure you are. So you have in there, what I want to do is we're going to use this C2 target, and you're just going to try to keep in that white space, the white circle in the middle, okay? I know we don't want to shoot there. We're not trying to shoot somebody in the diaphragm. That's not right. But for this evolution, we're just trying to put accurate shots on target. We're here at the 7-yard line. We're not a million miles away, right? Okay. And all I want you to do is I want you to put 5 shots, okay? And I want you to put those in there, thumbs together, as fast as you can. Now, of course, as fast as I can means I verify my sight picture, press the trigger straight to the rear, right? Yep. And we'll see, what I want to see here is we're running the shot timer app here on the Mantis, which is nice because then it gives me. Now, of course, I could just run a blue shot timer too, but we use this because it'll give me some more objective data. Right. Make sense?
Yep.
What kind of shots am I getting? So thumbs together.
I'm going to switch your mags.
Oh, okay, you don't have 5. Okay, so you got at least 5. Yep. So thumbs together. Go ahead and get up on target. Okay, so you're going to go at your pace. I know it is weird, right, because we haven't been working this way. But again, I want you to be as honest with this as you can. Shooter, you ready? Stand by. And he's out. So we got 3 shots. Yeah, we took 4. We saw the 4 shots. Okay, so we are seeing some. We missed there in there. Now again, one of the things that we're seeing here is that your shots are taking a while, right?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because I'm losing my dot every time.
So you got to reacquire that dot.
Yeah.
All right, put a new magazine in. Okay, so that was 4 shots. So now we're going to do thumbs forward. And again, I want you to see. Now you already saw when we were through the, what the dot can do. Again, right into that white spot. Ready?
Okay.
All right, here we go. Shooter ready. Stand by. And amazingly, you pushed all those right into the black. And notice that we were having about, anywhere from 8500ths down to about a half-second splits. What did you notice differently there?
Oh, I could see the dot. I never lost it.
Never lost the dot. Nope. So the other thing that I want to notice is if you go back to the last set that we had versus this one, your scores are ridiculously higher.
Yep.
Okay? All right, let's give Stephanie a try. All right, here we go. Shooter ready? Stand by. Very good. Okay. So you notice we were about a second increments. Now, we're going to give Stephanie a little bit of grace here because this gun, you've got like 15 shots through max. It's a brand new P30 that she's just testing out, but Lem is life. So let's try again and let you go thumbs forward. Your husband's going to give you a magazine.
I hit the light.
Hey, I mean, you hit all yours. You did better than he did. It's not saying a lot. We good?
Yeah.
All right, let's reset this. So same thing. Just going to get up there. Again, when I can see my sights, I go for it. Okay? Shooter ready? Stand by. Okay, so we're about the same, in fact. However, I will notice that you are hitting pretty darn well. How do you feel about your recoil control there?
I guess that time I didn't notice as big a difference that time as I did earlier.
Okay. I honestly
maybe it's
think
smaller hands.
Smaller hands. I think the smaller hands leads a less of a difference for you.
Right, right.
And so
Oh,
it's
that's what I noticed. I'm really struggling to make that big a difference with my hands, as you guys can. You know, to have thumbs together and have thumbs forward is not a huge move for me.
fair enough. All right, unload and show clear, and let's get that Mantis off there. Okay, I'm ready.
Shooter ready?
Yeah.
Stand by.
All right, that was 6, but whatever. Okay, so we're what? 3/4 of a
Yep.
second. Okay, let's see what I can do here. I'm going thumbs forward now. Boy, am I a lot more used to this grip.
All right, shooter ready?
Ready?
Stand by.
And now I'm running halves all day long.
Yep.
Okay, so
And way more accurate.
yeah, and a way more accurate shooting. So listen, I'm not telling you which one you have to do, but so here's the interesting thing. Experience, right? So I can explain, we can demonstrate, but you have to actually go and imitate to see this. So you can try thumbs together and then thumbs forward. And again, I'm pressing, I'm getting a lot of pressure both ways. We've talked about grip in previous videos. I think that the Mantis really helps me as I look at this in terms of giving me objective feedback, not only on time, but on how was my muzzle stillness when the gun went off. So it gives me a good bit of data, and I like that. So if you don't have one, that's cool. Get a shot timer. Use a shot timer app on your phone. That's fine too. But I think it helps you a bunch. And learning how to recoil control the gun, control this gun under recoil, is the thing you have to be able to do in live fire. So thumb position, hand position, it matters.